All right, crank up the music, Ramses. Welcome to Halftime Hacks, our 11th, 8th, 15th episode of Halftime Hacks. I have no idea. My name is Adam. I'm your host. Jim's laughing already. I have Jim Gallagher as my guest today. Clap it up for Jim Gallagher. He's been here once or twice before on the Halftime Hacks show. My name is Adam Wass. I'm your host. We are live on YouTube. Here at Grand Comedy Club in Escondido, California. I am the manager, booker, we'll call it that here. We run a show that is sort of like Kill Tony, only we're not quite as mean. You can be mean if you want, feel free. With the open mic, people doing 3 minutes. We talk a little bit about sports sometimes. That was the idea of the Halftime Hacks. We used to do it during the Thursday football, but football season still going, but the Thursday games are not happening right now. So, and then we talk a little comedy. We talk a little shop, advice. We like to critique the comics, tell them what's good, what's bad, write tags for them, give any advice we have. Oh, I forgot my book. Ramses, I have one of the green books back there on the shelf, I think, somewhere in the back. Yeah, if you can grab me the stack, it's like probably 2 or 3 of them somewhere back there. The comedy book that I like to give out to loan to people. It's a book I used when I first started 15 years ago.
We are remarkably user-friendly.
User-friendly.
Honestly, if you consider everything you're bringing to the party, you're doing God's work.
It's a lot of stuff.
You really are.
It's a lot of stuff.
Thank you for your service.
It's a lot of stuff. I just took some of people's favorite things, podcasting. Kill Tony's very popular. Did you watch? Clap your hands. The hundreds of people here, clap your hands. Did you guys watch the latest Kill Tony on Netflix? Did you guys watch the latest one?
Not seen the latest.
Because we're more popular than Kill Tony.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
I try to watch a little bit. It's I like Redban a lot. I've hung out with him a few times, and I always have fun having beers with Redban. A couple times in L.A. and once in Texas, like a year and a half ago when I went to Rogan's Club. If you've never watched it, you've watched any Kill Tony?
Yeah, but I just haven't watched the latest.
The new Netflix one, they did a lot more all-star. I think the first one that aired on Netflix wasn't as popular. It wasn't as good. Mm-hmm. And so now they have, like, famous people, like famous comedians, Joe DeRosa, or he's been doing comedy 25 years.
Which is a little odd.
Yeah, they had Carrot Top on. Carrot Top was doing jokes from, like, 35 years ago on there, like topical jokes from 35. So now they've like done this, and they put up somebody new, and then they'll put a bunch of all-stars up. So it was better because it had some famous comedians on there doing spots.
Can I ask your opinion about something?
Sure.
That I've always been curious about. So Carrot Top, you're talking about comedians who make the most money in a given year, always in the top 5 because he's got their residency in Vegas, right?
Yeah.
Other comedians totally shit on it because it's prop comedy. Yeah. Everybody walks out of the place, has had a great time, and this guy is making serious bank. So what is the argument from a normal comedian that prop comedy isn't?
I think people are just
worthy?
haters. I think people are just haters in general.
Really?
I think people are just haters unless they're. You see it online with stuff all the time. I've golfed with 2 very famous comedians, old school comedians, less than a year ago, and they were shitting on Nate Bargatze.
Really?
Yeah, they're like, oh, because you say jokes funny, and they're like, rah, rah, rah. Who are we talking about? And I was with the manager of the Comedy Store in Hollywood, who's no longer the manager up there. But we're golfing, and these guys were shitting on Bargatze, and I was like, who are you guys talking about? And they're just making fun of him, and I was like, oh, I think he's funny. Like, the guy's legit.
Oh, yeah.
And
absolutely.
they go, oh, because I say something in a weird, they like did some impression of him. And I was like, oh, I never even thought about it. But they're like, yeah, his jokes, his writing sucks. He just says it in a weird way and delays, whatever. And I was like, now I'm going to watch every time I see Bargatze, I'm going to watch it. But I was like, he's great. So people are just haters, right? Like, I joke around, make fun. Like Hinchcliffe, I made jokes on here a lot about not liking him. But that's his personality. I don't like him. He's just kind of a dick. But, there's just haters. Music comedy, right? People. Right. Morgan J. You guys know who Morgan J is?
Yep.
So Morgan J is one of my good buddies. He's fucking huge now. The first club to ever headline. He said this last time he did our club a little more than a year ago, the old club. He said the only reason, and he's selling out theaters now. He's making so much money. He said I was the first one to ever headline him for full weekends.
Is that true?
Yes, that's the only reason he did his agents. He's got like 6 people, agents and managers and all this shit now. They were like, why are you doing this little club in Escondido? He's like, because that's my boy. He's the first one to headline me full weekends. And now he's, huge, dude. And I keep hitting him with, every now and then I'll be like, hey, come down, do some dates. He did a theater in Vegas on December 30th, 31st. Me and my son were almost going to go there. He did a La Costa show. He came to my 50th birthday, what am I, 53? A few years ago in Cabo with my other buddy Santos. The only comedians that came were Morgan and my buddy Greg. And Morgan the whole time was like, I've never this before. He's like made money now for like 2-3 years, like a lot of money. Yeah. Like one weekend, these guys are making like $100 grand. Like he's making $100 grand in Europe. He sold out like a whole theater night. Boom, in France. Then he's in England selling out. It's crazy, these guys, some of the money they make selling out theaters. But so he's fucking huge now. People shit on guitar comedy. People shit on him. He used to do regular comedy, just normal stand-up. Right. And then he had a song he played, and it went really well, so he started doing more songs. And then he brought in he tweaked it, and then he found the algorithm. People, right. He's very unique. He's very funny. He could do crowd work if he wanted to, be like Ian Bagg and do crowd work and not have his guitar. I mean, he's so quick-witted. He's so smart, so funny. He could do that easily. But he just found his niche and cheat code. My buddies all say he found the cheat code. My comedian buddies in LA, just because he just found this cheat code, and he goes in the audience and has people singing songs. The last time we did our club, some of our regulars came, because I always announce it to the regulars on our email list first, right, before he announced it. And the regulars who were there, maybe 12 at the one show, they had no idea what was going on, because everyone was singing. As soon as he starts one of his songs, they all know the words. He walks around and then does this with the microphone.
Oh, really?
And he purposely finds someone that doesn't know, like this kid doesn't know.
That's fantastic.
This girl brought the boyfriend or whatever, and then he goes like this, and they don't know the song, whatever. And it's part of his whole crowd work. Then he fucks with them and roasts them and stuff. It is amazing. So anyway, people shit on different types of things because that's not their thing, Yeah. I'm not a big one-liner guy. Some people do one-line, career. Stephen Wright, obviously legendary, but there's other people that are just all one-liners.
Right.
I'm not a fan of that, and have it for a headliner. I can watch 20 minutes of it.
Right. It does get old. I'll tell you, ironically, you have a kid on your staff who...
Kid on my staff? That sounds dirty.
All right.
That's Epstein Island. That's Epstein Island shit right
unless
there.
Unless you're
you like
Congress,
that one, Ramses? Yeah.
Sorry. I only mean he's a guy who works for you. Named Gavin Blaine, who actually very, very funny one-liner kid. Yeah. And 95% of what he says, I don't understand.
Yeah, no one does.
But the other 5%, I'm like, oh, that's really funny.
Yeah.
And if I was just a little smarter, I could get half your jokes.
Yeah, he's good. I put him. He did this show once. I did give him guest sets. Sometimes it's great in a full room.
Yeah.
When he does the right pacing, he kills.
Yeah.
I like Gavin. I don't think he showed up for work on Sunday. I don't know what happened. I gotta ask Solomon. Ramses, were you here Sunday and Gavin didn't show up? Fuck, I just heard about it the other day. I don't know what happened. He might be lost somewhere. We had to send a search party for Gavin. I don't know where he's at. But yeah, so people just shit on what they don't, And that's, again, I'm a big fan of all types of comedy. We gave the one dude here who's a little quirky and weird. Like, I love Bob Hansen, does weird shit.
Sure.
Bob comes up here. It's a great change-up. You have a regular kind of comedian host, a kind of regular traditional.
Sure.
And then Bob comes up and does this fucking weird kicking shit. And then we got this. I love all different types of comedy. It's got to be funny, though. We had somebody here the last Halftime Hacks we did and was like, hey, man, you gave a TED Talk. We need funny. It's still jokes. It's still getting people to laugh. And that's the whole goal to have a career or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess, as I know you well do, doing this, I have a great appreciation for anybody who figures out how to make it work because it ain't easy. And, I don't care what, it feels a little bit like a denigration that somebody says it's a cheat code. If you figure out a thing that works for you and you can make a living in this business, God love you, and fuck everybody else.
Yeah.
Because it's super, super hard. And if you're giving the audience what they want, more power to you.
Yeah. And again, your friends will start hating. If you start getting booked on more things, you'll have haters even in your own community, your own open mic, your own guys you came up with. You have somebody that, suddenly starts talking shit about you because you got passed at the Laugh Factory.
Right.
Now you're I'm hosting at Laugh Factories in Vegas and here now. And so you have friends that didn't get that success or whatever reason they start hating on you. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a crazy thing. I think it's just nuts. I think
it's nice because I'm not good enough to be hated. So I'm really in that golden era of my career where I'm terrible, but
you're such
likable.
You're such a people pleaser. You're like, I don't want to do good. because I don't want people to not like me. I don't want to be a headliner because I don't want the hate coming my way. So
yeah.
Well, that's the other thing too, putting clips online. You guys, clap your hands if you're putting clips on YouTube or online. You already putting clips? Have you guys had like crazy fucking assholes just be like, "You're an idiot, fuck you, retard," like just random people? That's the problem. You can't like, well, that's fine. That's fine. That's what friends do. But there's like strangers, like YouTube. Like, people still ask me, "Hey, do you have?" I'm like, "No." I did it like the first maybe a year in, started getting booked on regular shows. And I was like, "Oh, this is great. I'm a comedian now. I'm getting paid." And I put a few clips up, and then it's like, in hindsight, I look back, I'm like, that wasn't good. You always look back on stuff and go, oh, God, that wasn't even funny. Why did I do that joke? But at the time, it was good or whatever. But yeah, people just talking shit and just killing you online about. I put up some just comedy videos on the golf course and stuff that were really funny, silly videos. And my kid was like 5. He goes, "Dad, this guy called you a faggot." I was like, yeah, well, I got something to tell you, son. No, but really. And I had to explain to my 5, I had to turn off comments. And I was like, fuck, I took the whole clip down from some of these videos because people are just so mean. So, yeah, even the comedy clips online, like, people just kill you. It's like Zoltan and a lot. I listen to these podcasts like Tom Segura and some of those. Like, don't ever read the comments. Just put them on or turn off the comments. Right. Just put it up there so people can see them. When people ask you, "Hey, you do comedy?" "Yeah, sure. You can check out my YouTube or whatever," and then they can watch it. And
I think, as you know, I had a previous corporate life in marketing.
Yes.
And, I am a huge fan of kind of rudimentary, basic marketing. And to me, in our business, clips and putting clips up are basically the thing that made Costco a billion-dollar company.
Yes.
Right.
As long as they're good.
Yeah, I mean it's the equivalent of the woman standing at the end of the aisle handing out pieces of bacon, right? It's just sample marketing, which has been going on since the beginning of time and works really, really well if you're trying to sell something.
As long as it's good, because I have people that email me and I immediately go to their Instagram and I see, all right, click, who is this? Do I know this person? Great. How many followers? Oh, they're 1 million. They're a famous person. Maybe I should know who this is. Okay, or not. And then whether it's I don't usually look at I don't time look at their clip in their email or whatever, but I might go to their Instagram. But I could also click if I'm taking a dump or something. I can click on there and just when I'm sitting there, and if it's like this person posted this 30-second clip and it's not funny at all,
right?
Like like I'm gonna remember that,
right?
So make sure it's a good clip, or at least even if I don't like the joke, at least people are laughing. I'm not saying dub the sound in and make laughter. People have done that, but like make sure it's a joke where you're like destroying somewhere. At least it's not like.
Hey,
I've seen it all.
As a guy who runs a club and books a club, and a very successful club at that.
Hopefully. We got to check ticket sales for this weekend.
Because, from the comedian side, we all think, okay, look, it's all about the following, right? It's all about the social numbers. What do you think about that as a guy who is actually booking someone?
Well, I thought about this while you're saying, so let me say this first. I heard somebody here, maybe this dude out here, Solomon's like, "Oh, you should come on a show on a Friday or Saturday." He's like, "I'm not going to come till I'm on the shows." So I have people that email me from San Diego comics, and I'm not hitting open mics. I did the Comedy Store, Friends and Family 2 Tuesdays ago because I'm working out some new stuff. I did Josh Nelson's show. Park 101's got a really good show. If you guys, Josh is going to have a show every month there now. There were 60 people in the first show, the outdoor venue.
Wow.
It was great. We had a blast. Me, Jesse Egan, Josh. Cameron works at the Comedy Store. Lucy Love. It was a fun show. It was a Thursday show. So anyway, go to shows. Like, it's one thing to get an email. I'm like, I don't know who that is. There's people from San Diego who email me. I'm an open micer, or I'm a comedian from San Diego. 8 years. And I go, oh, really? Have you been to our club? Have you been to our club?
Right.
Have you come to the open mic? Have you said hi? Have you come to a regular show, even bought a ticket to see Caroline Ray tomorrow, who destroys? It's always interesting to me that, like, I say the same thing back to them. How have I not? Or they send the email, I've done your open mic 3 times. You weren't there because oftentimes I'm playing hockey here, so I'm not here for the Sunday open mic. So it's just funny to me. It's like sales 101, right? In all our jobs. Sales is everything in life, whatever you're doing.
Right.
And including comedy. You not only got to be good at comedy and funny and get your 3 minutes, your 5 minutes and send it out, but it's networking and going to places and saying, "Hi, I'm so-and-so, da-da-da-da." Great. So, okay, here's my email. Send it to me. I'll check it out. I'm not going to check it. I get 100 emails a day from people. I'm from Philadelphia, wherever I'm like, or from Boston, wherever. I'm like, delete because it's just, I don't have the time. So I suggest that. And then your question was the followers. Yeah. I look at how many followers. So what they used to do 10 years ago, 15 years ago, my buddy Shang, who I produced his 1 hour special, which is on Amazon for $1.99. I produced Paul Ogata's special and Shang's special 10 years ago. Shang used to buy followers.
Yeah.
Because it was just, hey man, everyone's going by followers. You can't get booked at the improvs unless you have whatever followers, because they were going by that, which I thought was crazy. So he would buy followers and do this crazy stuff, which I think just turns into a mess and they disappear and whatever. But yeah, I mean, I look at that. There are some headliners that email me today. There's 3 headliners email me. I don't know. They're in New York and whatever, and I always reply with the same thing. Hey, you're in New York. I built a club in northern San Diego because we're close to LA.
Right.
We don't pay a ton of money unless you're a super famous headliner who's going to sell out all 185 seats. Then Steve Byrne flies in from Nashville and Rich Voss flies in from New York. But I wouldn't have built a club if we weren't this close to LA, to be honest with you.
Can I just address the followers thing for a second?
Yeah.
And again, this is more from my previous world of corporate marketing than it is
marketing at Disney, just so everyone's clear. The actual Disney, not with a Z.
That
the
is
actual
right.
Disney. This guy,
the one with the mouse.
I've known him a few years, and he started doing those bits on stage like maybe a year ago, and I heard that from the DJ. But I'm like, did he say he was doing marketing for Disney? And I was like, holy shit! You never told me that, which I thought was crazy.
Well, the thing that's interesting to me about it is there's a comedian who I know, really good guy, Gene Harding, works out of Florida, very funny guy. And Gene has done very well, continues to do very well, and we were talking about followers one day. And he said, you know what, you don't need 10,000 followers. You need 100 people who would do what you ask them to do. And that's the absolute truth. So
just like a cult leader.
Yeah,
so,
that's exactly. You want to build a cult. Yeah. That's exactly what it is.
You need 7 wives.
That's
and
right.
Followers. Yeah.
And all the Kool-Aid you can drink. It's nice. So, but his point was, and it's a great one. I can buy bots in fucking Indonesia and have a huge number of followers, but the fact of the matter is, at some point, you're going to put me in your club. I'm going to be good, bad, or indifferent. But when you look at how many tickets I've sold, those fucking bots are not coming.
Yeah.
So at some point, the question becomes, okay, yeah, that number is a big, gaudy number. You've got 1 million followers.
Yeah.
If you can't deliver 60, 70, 80 people in my club in Escondido, what the fuck do I care that you got 1 million followers?
Yeah, so you're right. I don't think the followers matters as much. I think obviously funny comes first and foremost. I always tell people this. You got to be funny. And if we're talking headliner level, well, every level of funny is first and foremost. But the email I sent twice today from agents for people who handle other people. I have Trevor Wilson coming here, the guy from Letterkenny here on the 30th. First time coming here. And I drove to all the ice rinks. I play at 2 of the rinks. Kit Carson here, roller. I put up posters. I'm driving to ice rinks, but I want to make sure we sell it out. All the hockey people know Letterkenny is Canadian, some hockey stuff in there. So I was at Poway rink today. I was at UTC. I played last week. I put them up there. I was at Amir Mesa, but hustling to try to make sure we sell tickets so it's full. And he's doing his thing online.
Yeah.
But he's very funny. He has credits. Letterkenny's a huge show.
Sure.
I assume he's going to sell because of Letterkenny, but I've had things before where you're like, oh, I won't say names, but I'm like, he's on a show on Netflix.
Sure. That
and
has to convert, right?
I'm like, what the fuck? And then he actually explained to me why. He actually gave me great advice about face recognition. He goes, people don't look at me. They go, you're the guy from that show, but they don't know who I am, nor they know I do stand-up comedy.
Right.
So, that's why we're doing more posters out here and posters for facial recognition. Caroline Ray this weekend, Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Sure.
She's the voice in Phineas and Ferb. She's been on a ton of shows. She hosted, Hollywood Square, something. She's hilarious, too, by the way. She's a little older than me. She's probably 60-something, but she kills and is great. And she has face recognition. People kind of know her name.
Sure.
But the posters. So I think at that level, headliners, yeah, you're right. Followers don't matter. It's can you sell tickets? My other email to these agents that are sending me, I said, what other clubs in San Diego does this person has done weekends, and what numbers do they have?
Sure.
So then I can weed them out. Oh, we don't, we haven't done the club. We did Orange County one nighter on a Thursday at Irvine. Oh,
sure.
Well, then because I'm a small club in Escondido, that means I'm just gonna be like, okay, come headline.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. Fuck no.
I wasn't sure where that was going there for a minute.
Bukkake. Wait, what's that? I don't even know what that is. So people think, that's the other thing too. People think they're going to headline here the first time. There's a guy who started in San Diego comedy with us, who works in the Comedy Store in LA now. And like 3 years ago, I'm up there, having beers with some friends, handing out cards, trying to, get some big name comedians down here. And he was like, yeah, I'll come down, but I'm a headliner only at your club.
Oh, there you go.
And I was like, wait, what? Are you headlining here? No, your club though.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh, because I'm in Escondido, you're now and he's like a serviceable host, like 12 minutes, maybe 15, and you're like, oh, it was all right, it's pretty good. It wasn't destroying where you're like, I gotta give this guy 25, or people wanted more. You want people, And he told me that. I was like, okay, cool, man. And I fucking have not asked him. I'm not.
Now you're dead to me.
Yeah, it's like he just said, I'm a headliner only. I told our mutual friends, they laughed really hard because he's delusional. That's the other thing. A lot of delusional people in this business that like think they should be fucking headlining everywhere. And you're like, dude, funny is one thing, selling tickets is another. You got to hustle. You got to share clips. You got to fucking run ads. My new thing is I'm giving some of the headlining comedians that don't run ads, some just do it. And you're like, that's a G that fucking I'll hire all the time. They run their own ads because they're getting paid based on ticket sales oftentimes. Sure. And now with some of the ones that don't hustle as much, even friends of mine and people who are very funny, I'm like, hey man, I'm gonna give you $100, run an ad 3 weeks before. I'll pay for it. Yeah. So we're running ads here, you're running ads there, you gotta hit it. And I probably need your help actually. The marketing for this thing, for this place it's such a unique business. I should actually sit with you a little longer and see. I think I've thought of everything and I need more. I mean, Ramses and I literally drive around. I think I mentioned this here before. We haven't done it in like 3 weeks, probably 4 weeks. But I mean, drove around to this neighborhood over here. It hit 350 houses in my car with tickets in the little bag, like landscapers do. Tickets in the bag with little pebbles in them. And Ramses is fucking getting tennis elbow, throwing them out of the car.
Yeah.
We did 3 hours over here. We probably did like 1,500 houses in 3 days, all the houses on Villa Rancho Parkway, because I'm trying to think of unique ways so people know we're fucking here.
I'll tell you what, Adam, and this is God's honest truth. I get no benefit at all from shining sunshine up your skirt, other than the fact that you own a nightclub and a comedy store club, and I would love to come and be here all the time. So yeah, I do. Actually, I am shining sunshine up your skirt. But the point is, I will tell you, I've performed in clubs all the way across the country. And the only 2 clubs who I think actually have it figured out that are in smaller markets are you in Escondido and McCurdy's Comedy Club in Sarasota, Florida.
But I don't think I have it figured out at all. I need your help.
I know you don't, but
people don't know we're here still.
I understand, but my point is the relationship, the one-on-one relationship that you have built through your VIP email list, that shit is real. And I'm telling you, I've done too many shows to 8 people, and it wasn't that they were ducking me. They didn't even know I was on the show. But these are like clubs that you and I both know that can't pay people to come to them.
Yeah.
Because they don't have any fucking relationship with them.
Yeah.
And the stuff you and Ramses are doing by neighborhood, yeah, you may get rolled up on by ICE. That could happen.
Ramses, had someone come when he did it by himself once. Some people were fucking with him, but then we were in my Tesla, and I was like, "Hey, no one's fucking us because we're in a Tesla now." So he was like,
"Fair enough." But
in his car, we were gonna get rolled up. Yeah.
But point is, that one-on-one relationship in a business, and it doesn't matter if the club is here or it's in LA or where the fuck it is. That's the most important relationship you've got. And yeah, you can always do things better, but every fucking time I've been in this club, you've had 80, 100, 110, 120 people.
Sometimes we got to give away tickets.
Two shows a night for 2 of those nights?
I wish we didn't. I wish we were like the Comedy Store, where they've been there since 1974. People just know. People who live down there, they just know there's great comedy there all the time. They just buy tickets. They don't give away free tickets. I mean, unless it's like a Thursday or something weird. I wish we were to that point where it's like pay or fuck off, and then we have enough people, but we're not there yet.
But in the comedy space, there are probably 3 of those kind of places. Yeah. It's the Store because of LA, it's the Improv because of LA, and it's the Laugh Factory because of LA.
Yeah.
Those and then there are regional clubs here, there, and everywhere that have
Zanies. Zanies is great.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But Bananas and all the different, the clubs I'm blanking on right now.
Yeah.
But the Helium, that are
That's
slowly,
old age. That's old age creeping in.
That's right.
Yeah.
Slowly taking over the country.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, you guys do a phenomenal job of marketing. The other thing I would say,
we need help.
All right.
Well, we do online and stuff's great. I just got to think of some different things. I have some ideas. The problem is manpower. Rams just helps him with some stuff when he's available. I pay him to do this and that. I need to, again, even us handing out tickets, hitting businesses, doing some free tickets, doing some. There's a lot more stuff on my list. It's just a matter of like.
Yeah. When are you going to
time and money.
But I actually fervently believe in all of that stuff. Now, obviously, Facebook ads are good too. Yeah. But I really do believe in all of that stuff. The other thing I would tell comics, and I say this all the time, because I've been doing it now a while, and in comics who have been doing it a while, I don't want to do any more fucking bringer shows. And I'm like, dude, every show you will do your entire fucking career is a bringer show.
It should be. You want to market it for sure.
It is just that simple.
Yeah.
That's the gig. You're selling fucking tickets.
Yeah.
And so whether you're doing it because you've become so huge, you're going to be able to sell out a place with very little effort, or it's going to take a lot of effort, that's immaterial. Every show you do is a bringer show because guys like you need to put asses in seats.
This is a good point I thought about while you were saying that is I told my staff to do. You guys want to get on my good side and the club's good side? Every time we post something, fucking like it. Comment with a fire emoji. I've told my staff this multiple times the last 2 weeks, like, hey man, it's algorithm. Like I click, my mom will post stuff about the club, redo our mark, and I'll go on there and put a smiley face all day long. I'm like, oh, smiley face, a like, whatever, because then it picks it up, the algorithm. So the more people that like and comment, and you tell your friends for your bar shows that you guys are doing the same thing. Hey man, share this. Hey, like my stuff when you see it. Even if you're just going across it, it just helps the algorithm, shows more people, picks it up. This shows
all right, so just so I'm clear, should I like everything your mom posts or just the stuff about the club?
She owns the antique mall, so if you like antiques,
I'm just saying.
She actually posts about my club more than her own fucking antique store, which is hilarious.
I just want to be clear. I don't want to get jammed up with you.
Listen, you can do whatever you want to do.
Thank you so much.
My mom likes you a lot. She told me she was here the last time you performed. She said she loves you. All right, these guys are fucking bored. We're just basically rambling on. It's like Bartles and James. They don't even know. They don't even know what Bartles and James. It's a wine cooler from the 80s.
Thank
two old
you
guys
for your support.
Yeah, two old guys on a fucking. It was before White Claws. Oh, by the way, we're sponsored by Happy Dad, guys. Happy Dad. The seltzer that's lower sugar and fucking red, white, and blue. It's America. But I don't know. We're not sponsored us yet. I just keep doing that.
Nice.
I keep telling them, hey, man, I keep talking about your seltzers.
Well done.
Give us some money, you bastards.
Yeah. Well, good.
All right, first person coming to the stage is going to be Tom Kelly. Is Tom Kelly here? Shotgun Tom Kelly?
All
okay.
right.
We're going to be up in just 1 minute. We are going to... And then on deck is going to be Andy. Is Andy here? Woo! There's Andy. All right, you're going to be second up, Andy. So here's the deal. We're live on YouTube. Camera's over there. You're going to do your set right here towards the crowd. A lot of people like to turn and do the jokes to us. We'll be kicking it, taking some notes. You get 3 minutes. Ramses lights you like 2:15. The clock's running. You can actually see the clock. Try not to run the light. And, at the end, say that's my time or thank you very much, something like that. And then you're going to stand back here. We're going to chat a little bit about your set. And Jim's going to be really mean. Hey, Kill Tony's really fucking mean. So
really so mean.
We should give you some, like, Jack Daniels whiskey and anger you up.
I don't need whiskey to get mean.
All right, let's get you mean. Let's get you mean. I tried to be mean last time, and I couldn't even fucking... I felt bad, so I didn't. All right, come to the stage right now. Our first person come to the stage. It's not Shotgun Tom Kelly, but it is Tom Kelly. Get it loud for Tom Kelly, everybody. Tom Kelly. Come on up. Bring that up there for you.
Hi, everybody. You're not going to be mean to me. You're not. I'm a nice guy. I'm really a nice guy, and I'm very, very sensitive, and I'm Irish, okay? Excellent. And I'm only here because I'm super nice. That's clear, okay? You wouldn't believe how nice I am, really. So nice that I you won't believe this, no. You're talking about money. I do this just because I love people, kind of. If I loved them enough, they'd love me back and they'd think I was funny. You know, some of these guys, the real talk comedians, they're just so nice that they stand up there and everybody laughs them. Ismo, you just know they love everybody. And if you don't, you really suffer up here. And if you suffer enough, you get nice eventually, don't you? So I guess it all works out eventually. My time's running out. I'm so nice that what happened to me in Ireland was that God rewarded me with these near-death experiences. This is true. I just tell true stories. I couldn't make it up if I don't make it. Woody Allen once said that his life was so boring, if every near-death experience, someone else's life would have to flash by him. My life, this is true, my life was so boring that everybody else's life flashed by me in an instant. It was just bliss, all the good bits. It was just bliss. I didn't know it was what they called near-death experiences. To me, it was mystical experiences, I had 3 of them, and most people who have these near-death experiences, they don't tell anybody because they're smart enough to know that everyone will think they're nuts, if they say, I died, went to heaven, came back to save you all. So they don't tell. And I think they're nuts not to tell. So I told, and everyone thought I was nuts. So, true. So I had to leave funny old Ireland, and this is also true. This is all true. As I'm leaving Ireland in the departure lounge in Dublin Airport, there are about maybe 16-year-old Chicago high school girls milling around. And on every sweatshirt they had, on the front was written, on the back I think was written, what would you attempt to do, attempt underlined, and on the front was written, if you knew you couldn't fail, right? So I'm reading this 16 times, and eventually I say, hey God, this is a message from me, isn't it? And God says, yeah. I said, well God, if you have a message from me, why would you plaster it across 32 teenage tits, And God just smiled and said, well Tom, what would you do? And I said, well, I guess I'd try and tell everyone, there's God in heaven and shit. And God said, good luck with that. So I discovered that if you tell people that one at a time, you look into their eyes and you kind of love them and you tell them, they might get it. But when you tell a crowd, everyone just thinks you're totally nuts. So I do open mic as a kind of weight session for my bicycling, and I cycle around and I tell people one at a time. That's how nice I am, really nice. So after performing and dying on stage again and again and again and being told I give TED Talks, and one hostess actually said that was depressing, that was down at the Comedy Store, I find that I don't care what happens up here, but it really makes approaching people one at a time so much easier. When I heard this was a Kill Tony tonight, I thought, fuck, it's not just a weight session tonight, it's weights and speed intensity. Riding around on my bike is going to be so fucking easy after this.
Oh, you're running the light on Ramses. Ramses with a quick leash.
Wow.
One more time for Tom Kelly, everybody. Tom Kelly.
So now you're not going to roast me when I'm such a nice guy?
Is he speaking English? I haven't understood
I'm
a
not sure.
word
I'm
he's
not
fucking
Oh,
saying.
thank God
I
for
don't know.
that.
I'm not sure.
We got to get Trump on this. We got to get Trump to take over your island or whatever's going. Just kidding, buddy. Good job.
Am I free to go now?
No, we got to talk, buddy. Here's the painful part. We got to talk about
right.
this.
Well, if you couldn't understand any of it, it can't be painful.
That was just jokes. It's a comedy club. They were just jokes.
Okay.
Tom Kelly.
Yes.
How long have you been doing stand-up?
Oh, God. About 3 minutes ago, was it?
First time?
No, God, no. I don't look like a virgin, do I? No. I've been on and off for years and years and years and years and years. For about 4 years, I suppose.
About 4 years on and off?
On and off.
All here in America or in Ireland as well?
Oh, not in Ireland. No, in America.
Okay, because one of my good buddies, Danny O'Brien, I've been to Ireland 3 times. Danny O'Brien's not famous, but kind of a famous. He's come here. He's done this club. He was here last time before COVID hit. And he literally had to catch a flight to get. He almost didn't get a flight back. But I've been to Ireland a few times. Been to some of his shows in Dublin and stuff. He's a great dude. Didn't know. How long you been here? Living here?
2009 I came.
2009. Cool. So you've been on and off 4 years.
Only when there's an open mic,
Only the. Yep. I thought it was a barkless dog, but it turned out to be a child that was coughing over there. Did the barkless dog distract you?
No. I thought I was a total disaster. Do you know, I thought the only ways to be a successful comedian were one, be super smart, super nice, super clever, super original, right? One of the. But there's another way. I discovered another way. Comedy Store, about 4 weeks ago, there was a lady, she was very drunk or drugged in the front, a big, heavy lady, and she must have thought the Irish accent was supremely funny. Every time I opened my mouth, she'd go, and it was hysterical, and everyone laughed at her, and I kind of felt I was surfing on her, kind of feeling I was woohoo, it was superb. So God always finds another way, if you're.
It's
amazing.
You like that when we have somebody like that at a regular show. You're like, it's the worst thing ever because they're laughing at setups. They're laughing at the part. You have to go over and tell. It's weird that you have to tell somebody to please stop laughing so much because you're fucking ruining the show. That's a weird thing that I've had to tell people here before.
She was hysterical.
Did
Crazy
you notice you have an Irish guy up on the stage, and 15 seconds later, the kid has tuberculosis.
Yes.
Did you notice
yes.
that? It's
There's
a
famine.
sad
There's
commentary.
there's gonna be a famine tomorrow.
Are you being?
Did that guy disappear?
No.
You're not blaming me.
I'm not blaming you.
Where'd that guy come? He just came in
left.
and he bailed?
He left, took the child.
He stole a baby from the mall. He brought it in here?
Went to urgent care, hopefully,
Jesus
to get the child looked at.
Christ. I think we're all getting tuberculosis.
That's my hope.
We're all getting tuberculosis from that cough.
I'm only here because of tuberculosis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am. It's a true story.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I'm not going to let you get into that.
No.
Listen, we're going to have to disinfect this microphone. I know that.
Yeah, I'll tell you
No,
what.
cattle tuberculosis, not human stuff.
Oh,
It's a true story.
All right, so one thought.
This-
It feels like, it's not mean at all, it feels like what you're hoping to do is to tell people about your religious experience.
Not religious.
Not religious. When you went
There's
to
no
heaven,
God.
there is no God.
Well,
There's not?
Sorry, you didn't get it. Everything's God. There's nothing that's not God, right? How could there be, for fuck's sake?
Okay.
Right?
This is
now
a
I'm
long
confused.
conversation if we really start this
It
conversation.
is an odd conversation.
Yeah. Okay.
I was just going to say, throw in
Yes.
some jokes.
Yes.
That's all I was going to
Okay.
say.
Okay. Well, my joke was I phoned up a priest and I said, "Hey, Father, if you thought you were doing God's will, wouldn't you already be in heaven?" You know what he said?
What?
He was a Jesuit priest. What could he? If he said yes, all the religion would be over. If he said no, he'd be evil. So what did he say? Mm-hmm. What could he say?
I don't know what's going on right now. We're being questioned.
He said, "I don't know how to answer that question." That's funny, isn't it?
Okay.
Fair enough.
So moving on, I did see
I
this.
thought that was funny.
Your joke, I liked your premise. The one that had to do with your life flashed before your eyes.
Everyone's.
You were too long with it. I think it's a great premise. I think it could be a good joke.
Yeah.
And I'm not telling you to write your joke for you, but it was like my life. But my life's been so boring that I envisioned my mailman's life or somebody else that's very boring in your life. Or I have FOMO. I have fear of missing out. Whatever. I like the premise. I like the idea. There's somewhere in there that make it a good, shorter joke. That's very funny. That's going to work
Well,
for you.
we'll congratulate Woody Allen then, because it was Woody's.
Well, now you're a hack stealing people's jokes then.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
You might as well get George Carlin. Memorize George Carlin shit if you're going to do
Steal
something
the best.
good. Yeah, steal from the
You're gonna
best
do
if
it.
you're going to do it.
Well, I do that too.
Okay. Well, you won't be welcome back at the open mic if that's the case. There was a guy in San Diego. I won't name his name, but we had suspicions. He blew up on the scene about 13 years ago, and he was too good. And I was like, that sounds fucking familiar. We're doing shows in Vista. It was weird. I even looked at a headlining comedian, and I was like, is this too good for a dude that's been doing comedy like 4 months? And it was like stuff that just seemed very recognizable from back. And they're like, yeah. Like we both had the same fucking feeling. And we think that, he was fucking YouTube, Googling shit or YouTubing something. I don't know.
Not cool.
Yeah, weird. So never steal jokes, guys. You'll get banned from everywhere, and everyone will talk shit about you and whatever. Not that you're doing that. Jim, anything else? Any advice?
No, sir. I have none.
How about lose the fucking accent? That's my only advice, all right? Just kidding. Give it up for Tom Kelly, everybody. Tom Kelly. I love Ireland. I like Ireland. My friend told me the reason I'm half Irish. Well, I thought I was half Irish. I did 23andMe, and it said I was 42%, so less. But my Mexican buddy, I grew up here in Escondido, got a lot of Latino home buddies. My buddy owns a tortilla factory here in Escondido, Esperanzas, right by Pep Boys.
Okay.
And he told me, you know why we get along since 7th grade? He said, because Irish and Mexicans are very alike. They're Catholic. They have big families. They like to drink. They like to tell stories. They like to laugh and have fun. And I was like, fuck, that makes total sense. He told me that a few years ago. And I'm like, yeah, it's funny I'm friends with a bunch of fucking Mexican dudes. All right. Coming to the stage next is going to be Andy. On deck is going to be Will Hart. And then Elim's going to be after that. And then Jess to wrap it up. So coming to the stage right now, doing 3 minutes. Don't run the mic on Ramses or he'll give you the hook. Give it up for Andy, everybody. Andy!
Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Andy Sosa. I want to first shout out to the table I invited in the back corner over there. That's George Flora, Charlie Kirk, and Renee Nicole in the back over there. Shout out to them three right there for coming. My name is Andy, and I always thought about that trans women are men stereotyping and being sexist towards what a woman is. Okay, so right now I want you guys to shout out what the stereotypes of a woman. Come on, shout it out. long hair. Yeah, then an orgasm. What else? 6-inch clean, you know, they don't get wet or something. Or maybe it was just my ex-girl, you know what I mean? But yeah, so my point is that saying that trans women are just men being sexist and stereotyping, you know, what a woman is, it's like saying, like, you know, I'm Mexican, you know, I'm transracial, you know, I love fried chicken, I like to steal, go viral on social media. You know what? I think I'm black. Stuck in a Mexican guy's body, right? Same patterns, right? Same patterns. You're just like stereotyping what that person is, right? It's like saying, you know, I love rice. I got a small wiener. Oh my God, I'm being the me. And it's all the same patterns, man. You're just stereotyping, you know, just what a basic person is. Like, you know, I don't like wearing deodorant, and I think I have a hobby. Oh, I'm a gamer, stuck in a Mexican guy's body. You know, just stereotypes, you know, just making it super simple, you know. I love to take a piss on a pan, cook an egg on it. Oh my gosh, I'm Indian, you know, stuck in a Mexican guy's body. Yeah, so just all stereotypes, man, all sexism, all that stuff, man. So, you know, I said how I'm Mexican and talking about, you know, races and stuff like that. You know, I got my citizenship the other year. Yeah, right. Yeah, so ICE, you know, I can't get a piece of this, you know. Yeah, you know, untouchable, man. I'm like a hot white girl now in front of ICE, you know what I mean? So yes, so, you know, I got my citizenship, and then, you know, as soon as I walked out, I was like, you know what? There are too many damn illegal Mexicans coming to my country, ruining my economy, taking my jobs. That's when I realized, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm a white MAGA stuck in a Mexican guy's body. Yeah, so, you know, so now I'm talking about that, you know, I'm transracial, so I'm trying to transition what I feel inside, you know. So, you know, to my fellow whites, you know, white power in the back over there. Okay, yeah, that's it, man. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Clap it up one more time for Andy Sosa, everybody. Andy Sosa. Oh, stay here, Andy. We got to chat. Right here, buddy. All right. How long you been doing stand-up, Andy?
I'm transracial, remember?
How long you been doing stand-up?
It's my first time up here, so it's a lot of blood going down right here, man.
It's your first time ever doing stand-up?
Second time for open mic, but now I'm like a little more looser now, you know.
So you've done it.
I could enjoy a little more, you know.
So you've done it one time. This is your second time.
Yeah. My first time here with my two sugar daddies right here.
Okay, so you've done how many in your whole life? You've only done comedy one other time besides tonight.
Twice.
Clap it up for this guy. Second time. Clap it up. We love that. That's why I asked.
Power.
That's why I asked. Okay. Fucking crazy.
Well, I'm you know, that's what I am inside. That's the times we're living out right now, man. Yes or no, right?
What?
That's the times we're living out right now. Like, people are just like whatever they are. Imagine like.
No, we're good. Let me ask the questions, Andy. I got it. I got a lot of questions for you. So that's pretty good. I'm very excited because it's only second time. That was pretty good. Confidence. Are you open to advice, Andy? Are you open to some advice? You grab the mic like this, like you're about to beatbox.
Or about a deep throw, you know?
Yeah. So don't worry about it. It works good. You had confidence in all the other ways I like. Just either grab. You can leave it in the stand or grab it either way. You know, I eat the mic a little bit. I'm up here a lot because I like to be loud.
So
yeah.
Don't grab that head.
Yeah. Just kind of grab it like that.
Okay.
But dude, second time, some good confidence. Jim, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, just from a structure standpoint, the premise I thought was strong, right? Which is, okay, so men who transition to be women are actually sexist because they're going toward the stereotypes of what you think women are. And then to kind of prove the point, the jokes you told were all exactly the same, which is, here are 3 stereotypes, and now here's exactly what you think that stereotype is. Again and again and again. So I was ahead of you the entire time, as opposed to you set up that premise, right? That idea, and it's a big idea, and then you pay it off once, and then you move on. Or you pay it off in a series of ways I don't see coming.
Right.
But if I'm ahead of you,
Gotcha.
it's not. You're not really going to get the joke. You're not going to get the laughs out of it.
Well, I got you.
You know?
Okay.
Good advice. Your best joke, the ice joke, I laughed out loud the only time I did the whole time. And it's going to be a great bit for you now is the ice joke, how you got your citizenship. Now you're like, fuck, close those borders now behind me. I've heard versions of it before.
Oh, okay.
But that's going to be a great joke for you to work on and add tags to. I still don't. I'm 53 years old. I went to high school right here, and I grew up with a lot of Mexican dudes. And they are like half our Trump supporter dudes. And I'm like, your parents fucking, like, we went to your house in high school. Like, your parents were immigrants, dude. It's crazy to me that they are so anti. But they're like, we're here now, fuck you. They're like, they're like more racist than a lot of people I know. So I think that's a good bit, actually, because it's topical right now.
Yeah, those are Mexicans, you know what I mean?
Yeah. There you go. So some shit like that's pretty good because it's topical right now. I laughed out loud when you're like, fucking close the border now that I'm here or whatever. That was good. So anything else, Jim?
No, sir.
One more time for Andy
Yes,
Sosa,
indeedy.
everybody. One more time. All right, no more hailing Hitler or whatever that is on our stage, please. Please cut me out of it. Upon editing, do we even have editing, Ramses? We got to edit me out of the fucking whatever was happening. It is live, but just trying to cover my tracks by saying, please edit. I don't know what, if he's waving, I don't know what he was doing.
Don't know.
Fuck. Andy's second time, but maybe his last time. No, I'm just kidding. It's actually, he had confidence.
Yeah. Definitely confidence.
He's nuts, but he had confidence. It was good. All right. Coming on stage next is going to be Will Hart, the best wrestling name there can be. And after that, it's going to be Elim Qualls. Anything? Oh, you gave me your book that I let you borrow, right? If you need it back. This is the book that I used when I first started. I bought a few. We'll give one out to borrow because they're like $10 each, even used. It's a lot of money.
You're not a lending library.
But it's a great book. It literally gets into every little detail. I need to look at it again. There's joke mining thing. It shows you just how to joke mine, like dumb things that you're like, how do I write? Some people are just like, it's such a weird craft. People do it so many different ways. Some people write out their whole set, memorize it exactly. Some people write a topic, and then they just go, oh, that's the topic, and then they do it. Some people don't write anything down and just go up and be like, falafel, and then they do like fucking 3 minutes on falafel. So different ways to do it. But newer comics, this is a good little thing that everything from moving the mic stand out of your way to thanking your hosts, to get a good vibe, just weird little things that just help you when you're starting off to make you look more professional and help you write jokes and shit like that. So I don't know. I was always a fan of this book, so that's why I bought a few. Coming to the stage right now is the World Wrestling Federation champion of Escondido. Please get loud for Will Hart, everybody. Will Hart.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Adam. I really appreciate you having us here, and thank you so much, Jim, fellow host of the Sunday Open Mic. But hey, I came here to talk about some things that really get me going, right? Now, get me going, I'm normally type of a passive person, but some things really make me react. And one of the things that really makes me react is being called something I'm not. Okay, now let me explain. The holidays just ended. Right, Christmas is over. I spent the Sunday taking out the tree, taking off all the ornaments, the Christmas lights, packing everything, loading them up back in the garage. I ended up at the end of the day just washing my car. I was relaxing inside of my garage and thinking about what I was going to say for the open mic that Sunday night. And my girl comes into the garage and asks me a question. I got a little startled. I got up too fast, right? She comes up to me, she goes, babe, what the hell, are you gay? Bro, that's the most feminine way I've ever seen you get up. What are you, I knew it, babe. You like butthole, but I didn't know you like butthole that much, right? And I was like, babe, I'm not gay. I like your butthole, but I'm not gay, babe. My back's tired, right? I was just chilling, and my legs move faster than my back, And like, I'm not gay, babe, but see, everybody deserves the right to have their own sexuality, but the most important part is to be confident about what you are. Whether you're gay, I'm confident that I'm gay. Whether you're straight, I'm confident that I'm straight, Another thing that gets me going is going to Pilates on a full stomach. All right, now, listen to me here. My sister, she's my younger sister, and she knows me. I'm her older brother. She knows me very well. On a Saturday a couple weeks ago, she goes, Will Ben, you want to come to Pilates with me? And I go, yeah, of course, I'll come try Pilates with you. Now, I don't know if you know what Pilates is, but they got these crazy machines. Now, hold on a second, right? She gave me 3 rules to follow. If you come with me to Pilates, rule number 1, Will Ben, don't eat before you come, because if you do, you will fart. Rule number 2, don't fart, but if you do, don't act like an idiot, okay? Now, I totally forgot about the Pilates appointment I made with my sister. About 20 minutes before, she calls me. I'm at the pho restaurant. Just had a full meal. Rule number 1 out the damn window. All right? I get to this fucking Pilates place, right? They got these Excalibur machines. I don't know if you know them, but they got wires and springs everywhere, right? You know, you sit down in these things, right? And you pull your arms this way and your freaking legs just follow you. How do you expect me not to fart? How do you expect me not to fart, right? The instructor's up there in the front of the class. She goes, okay, let's pull your arms back. My legs go up. Man, I felt like Harlan Williams in that Rocket Man movie. Fuck, it wasn't me. I'm the only man in the room, right? Number 2 and 3 out the damn window. I farted and I acted like an idiot. Anyways, thank you so much. My name's Will Ben Hart.
One more time for Will Hart, everybody. Will Hart. All right, remind everyone how long you've been doing stand-up?
Since end of July.
End of July, so not that long.
Not that long at all.
Not that long. And have you been getting some book shows, any bar shows? You been doing any other shows lately or anything cool coming up?
Yeah, I mean, I've been hitting up La Jolla Comedy Store, you know, every other Tuesday when I get my name called. I've been pretty lucky, so I've been there, hit up ACC, mic drop on Saturdays, Quantum Brewing, the show that Aaron runs on.
So you're doing a lot of mics then.
I'm trying.
Dude, doing
I'm
work.
trying,
I like it.
know.
Good job, doing work. What are the odds at the store on that Tuesday? How many people get drawn? Is it like what are the odds of you getting pulled up down there?
I mean, it's sometimes it's heavy. Like you go into their live polling, you know, because they do it live on Instagram and Facebook, and there's like 40 people on live, and you could just tell there's 40 comics that sign up waiting for their names to be called.
And then how many do they pull?
18.
Okay.
Yeah, but some nights there's only 20, and then, you know, you end up getting lucky.
Yeah. I see Mike do that live. I just
Mike
click like.
Finn.
I click like, and then I just fucking move along on there. I'm probably the only one that clicks like on it. You know what? I'm gonna start with Jim. Go ahead, Jim. Any pointers? Any tags?
Yeah, I thought I think I'd rather talk globally than what you did specifically here. I think, you know, a good idea for everybody, and this isn't singling you out because I started this way too. Everybody does it different. Adam had a great book. I'm a big fan of taking a class myself, and most comedy clubs have them.
Mic Drop has a good one. Jesse's running the one.
Yeah.
I did that show with Jesse last week.
And, you know, I think that you're and I bring it up to you specifically because clearly you like it enough that you're doing the work. You're going to these places. I think the thing that a class will do is actually help frame your thoughts and help frame a set for you. Because you're obviously, you know, you've got the personality, you've got the energy to do the job. I think you could probably just use some help with the joke writing and the substance.
Sure.
And so I think that might be something to consider.
That might be some of the best advice I've seen on this thing, how many times you've done it. Because it's like a blob. It's like the ceramics class of the blob right now.
Right.
You have like this content. Like you have all this and you have the energy. You're doing act outs. I like act outs.
Sure.
It makes me laugh all the time. Someone gets on the ground, does something really, it's always good. But what I had, but it would fine tune it some, whether it's a class or somebody mentor or whatever. Like that first joke is a good joke, but you took like 30 seconds in your setup to go like, this is da-da-da. And then you finally got to the fucking the good part of it, and it's really funny. I like your act outs, the gay thing. It just took you a long time to get. You just go, you're in the garage. You know, I'm in the garage. My girlfriend scared me, and I came up, you know, more like, and you're like, what? Oh, you know what I mean? Your gay act outs. What are you, gay? Just get to it quicker.
Trim the fat.
That's part of this. Trim the fat out of there. And you do the same thing to Pilates with the sister joke. You took like, she told me to go to Pilates. She told me not to fart. Just, hey, man, my sister took me Pilates. She's like, do not fart or whatever. And if you do, that's a funny, just it's short and sweet. It's actually kind of funny. She said, do not fart. You're like, all right, I'll try or whatever. and then you're right into the joke again because it's a good joke too. But you just took like 20 seconds to say all the stuff before that. But I think you have like all the clay in place, like you said.
Yeah.
And it's a matter of fine tuning it and getting to the laughs quicker, and then some tags and try different tags. I said I like the act outs, and then at the end you did something about a movie. I didn't hear you.
Harlan Williams.
I didn't hear you. So I do this too. I talk fast, especially when I'm nervous. When I did the Comedy Store a couple weeks ago, Bob's like, you seem like you were a little nervous at the beginning. You were going fast. And that's what I do. When I'm nervous on stage, I go fast, and it's harder I have to enunciate more. So I have to tell myself to slow down. And I missed about that because you were kind of going fast, and I didn't even hear what you said. So you'd rather slow down and be borderline, slower than to make sure everyone can hear the joke.
No, definitely. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Anything else? I thought it was pretty good.
I think that's it.
I
think it's good. A class, I think, is great advice for anybody.
Yeah.
I really do. And so, I think if you're putting in the work anyway, you might as well put in the work there.
True.
When you have somebody whose actually job it is to make you better.
Yeah.
And
write your joke down on a page. The first joke, write it on a page, and be like, the premise, and then your intro. And if you look at your intro, and it's like my da-da-da-da, I was in the garage, and I was doing some work, and I was squatting down, and I was da-da-da-da. You're like, wait, what the fuck? I was squatting, doing some work in the garage.
Boom.
Done.
Yeah.
My girlfriend comes in, boom, and then it's joke, and then underline, boom. Here's the punchline. What are you, gay? And you're like, no, I'm not gay or whatever. And then it's tags. Everyone's gay, whatever your tags are. And then fucking have those a different color, So you're like, boom, boom, joke, tags, boom, boom, next joke or whatever. And then you know.
Yeah, no, definitely. I really appreciate that. And I think, now that I kind of got this content to go back and start rewriting and scratching stuff out, I appreciate
get
it.
to it quick, then you got it tight. I liked it a lot. And again, I like the crowd work too. You're very animated. I think that's always funny. So good job. One more time for Will Hart, everybody. The World Wrestling Federation of Escondido's champ, Will Hart. Will Hart. Will Ben Hart sounds like a plastic surgeon or something, a nerd, but Will Hart sounds like he'll kick your ass.
Yeah, Will Hart is a guy who goes off the top turnbuckle.
Will Hart will fuck your wife. Will Ben Hart,
I don't know,
will get fucked, pegged by somebody's wife. I don't know what that means. The White Claws are kicking again. The Happy Dads are kicking in. Happy Mom, it's raspberry flavored Happy Mom, sponsored our podcast. Well, they're not going to do it now that I just said pegged.
Well, it was an interesting choice, certainly.
It could be the Hitler sign that killed us, too. We're fucked. All right. Coming to the stage next is going to be Elim Qualls, and after that it's going to be Jess Reimner? Reimnix. Sorry. All right. I did have a question for you really quick before we make fucking Elim wait a little bit.
Yes.
You helped me run the open mic here very graciously for a while now. You, Ramses. Is Rafa still helping?
Yeah.
And I appreciate you guys. That's another thing too, guys. Volunteer to run these guys. Help me. I run the mic when I can't do it all the time. They've helped me run the thing. They also help me evaluate talent. Someone's here good. They've told me about it. Like, hey, check this guy out. I'll maybe look at their social medias or give this guy a guest set. So they're my eyes and ears out here. Were you here for the crazy guy who was here? Was it Sunday? There was a crazy guy here.
No, I was off this week.
You were. There was a crazy guy here.
What happened?
Do you guys know who it was?
We don't know, but Ramses went to the middle.
Yeah. Ramses told me. I recognize him. So she was texting me. The bartender was like, this guy's here. I'm all, did you check security? Tell security of the mall. So in here, I think we have to handle it. And then Ted had already left. My new door guy had already left. So he was nuts. I guess he was like kind of interrupting the mic, I guess. Yeah, he got Who told him to shut the fuck up? So, first of all, our employees / whatever, even if you're technically not on the clock, Ramses, have one of these dipshits fucking tell them to shut up. But because it's a little more, if someone works here, then maybe he would bounce. He sounds like crazy, so he probably wouldn't have. But I'm getting texts like he started videotaping everyone's faces, like my bartender.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, there's always some weirdos. I guess my question for you was, how many open mics of just bizarre shit have you seen? Any crazy shit?
I have to say, the mics here have actually been pretty good.
Not just here, in general.
Oh, in general, yeah. Just some ridiculous shit. But you know, it's there. The people who drive me insane are if you're doing it because you've always wanted to try it and you want to get up and give it a shot. God love you. Do your thing, and you'll probably suck. We all suck at the beginning, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Or if you're a working comic and you want to work out stuff, obviously the open mic, that's why you do it.
Sure.
The people who drive me nuts are the guys who get up here and go, what do I want to talk about? It's like, motherfucker, you got in your car, you drove to the club, you signed up on the list, you knew what number you were, you watched all the people go before you, and now you're acting like this is a goddamn surprise.
Yeah.
You
They
know?
trying to be cool, or what? They're like they think
what?
they're gonna be crowd work guys
I
or
mean,
something.
honestly, what? So
Yeah.
those are the
you know,
guys
we
who
should
drive
we should have
me
a
nuts.
fucking gong. We just like
Yeah,
gong.
exactly.
You're
And I
fucking out of
swear
here.
to God, you
She's
know
like, what do you guys want to talk about? Gong. You're fucking out of here.
What I want is an air horn.
I got one of those megaphones that has the thing on it. I
All right.
took it for a
All
golf
right,
tournament.
well, we'll talk about.
No, I agree with that too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
Or there used to be a guy who used to remember the crazy guy at the old club that gave some religious fucking like it was gibberish, like homeless crazy guy gibberish, where we were like, it was just like, and I finally go, hey man, this is like a comedy. We're trying to make people laugh.
Right.
And like it didn't make any sense, and I said you can't. And he was like, well, you have to. I said I don't have to do anything. You cannot go on stage unless you're actively trying to make people fucking laugh.
I was at an open mic one time in L.A. True story. And guy was sitting at a bar. It was a. This is how long ago this was. It was a bar that was like one of those pool hall type deals that were big for a while there, where it was like pool was the reason, but they had an open mic once a week. And guy at the bar, another guy start jabbering at each other, right? We're just trying to do the open mic. The guy who was jabbering left, starts running back in after the guy sitting at the bar. Guy sitting at the bar at the far end. Him and his 3 friends are coming in to beat the piss out of this guy. This guy, cool as a cucumber, gets up, grabs the bottom of this heavy-ass stool, right, like one of those big wooden captain chair stools, swings it around and catches this guy dead in his forehead.
Oh my God.
And just dropped him like a goddamn sack of potatoes. Oof. And the 2 friends, were like, later, and just took off. So it's like we're in the middle of the mic. I'm on stage. This fucking guy just first degree assaulted this dude, just left him in a heap on the floor. Oh. And I'm like, okay, well, clearly no one's paying any attention to me.
You're like, can I get another spot?
Yeah, can I
get a
really
do-over?
feel like I just got my time taken from me.
I need a do-over. A do-over. Speaking of do-overs, next guy come to the stage. Be loud, be proud. Give it up for Elim Qualls, everybody. Elim Qualls.
I go to 15 open mics a week. This is the worst thing I've ever sat through in my entire life. Thank you, folks. It's always comforting to be in a room where there's more insane people than sane people. How many viewers on YouTube? We're live. 3. That's my ex on 3 different accounts. There's no fucking way. So I got broken up with last week. Joke's on her. I'm a open mic comedian. I've got 4 people here that are still deciding if I'm funny or not. All she got was all of our mutual friends. Thank you, Ramses. I fucking heard you back there. I have a bunch of photos with her that I don't know what to do with now, so I think I'm going to put black squares over her face, kind of redact the files. That way no one can blackmail me and say I'm capable of true intimacy. Speaking of true intimacy, I'm back on Tinder. Tinder is like DoorDash for fat bitches. I might change that. Tinder is like DoorDash for big girls. That's lamer. I don't know. But so I'm setting up my account on Tinder, and it gives you a bunch of prompts that you're supposed to answer to show some personality. One of the prompts was, what's your worst midnight snack habit? Roast beef under a duvet. Thank you, sir. What's your biggest red flag? A Chinese one. Yeah. I do miss my ex sometimes. Like there's some things that she did that I don't think I'll ever get again. Like she got her feet amputated at the hospital. So for a while she was getting me off with her little stubs. Yeah, we were putting the peg in peg leg. It's the only time she got a foot up on me. We'll switch lanes here. I got a minute. I smoke weed. Now that I'm 21, I buy my weed from dispensaries. Dispensaries are nice. It's a nice upgrade from a BMW behind 7-Eleven. I think dispensaries are too nice, though. Like, I get asked to tip at the dispensary. I'm a drug user. I don't know why you guys think I got an extra 20%. And if you work at a dispensary, you are a drug dealer. This is how the drug industry works. If you want to make more money, just fucking charge more. No drug dealer has been like, yo, me and the homies working real hard to sling this dope, man. Gratuity appreciated. I love seeing old people at dispensaries because it means one of two things. Either they're smoking weed back when it was illegal, badass, I respect it. Or they took that first hit of weed when they're like 60 years old, imagine. Oh my God, we never went to the moon. Thank you, folks.
One more time for Elim Qualls, everybody. Elim Qualls. Started off by shitting on our show, Jim.
Yeah, started there. That was an interesting choice.
Elim's a very cocky young man. He tends to start off like that quite a bit. Jim, anything? I heard you laugh out loud a couple times, Jim. With the roast beef and weed dispensary, you laughed very.
You know, I've seen Elim is a regular on Sunday night, and there's a lot about Elim I like. Nothing personally, but just kind of things that he's doing as a comic.
Yeah, he usually starts off with something very angry, mean. Do you have authority issues or daddy issues or something? It's always great to shit on the place or the show that's putting you up on hundreds of people on YouTube. It
was an interesting choice, I will give you that. But always has a notebook with him, constantly writing, and naturally gravitates toward topics that seem to have natural emotional resonance with people, which I think is a really hard thing, particularly if you're 21. I think it's a really hard thing to stumble into unless you have natural talent there. And so I really feel like he does a great job of, and I've heard of talk on a variety of topics now, I think he's done a great job of figuring out what the setup is, what the payoff is, and what the tag is.
For sure. What we talked about with Will Ben Hart over here, he's got the fucking bang, 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 bang. He's definitely got that down for sure, 100%. And again, you laughed out loud, audibly a couple times.
I thought roast beef under a duvet was a funny.
I'm going on a show, Stood Up Live, this weekend, if anyone's familiar. It's like Love is Blind meets stand-up comedy, so I'm working on that Tinder bit to do at the Yellow Door, National Lampoon Yellow Door, Saturday at 7:30. For those of you online.
Plugging another show at another club.
No, that's fine. No, we do that. I'm friends with everybody. Yellow Door, that's Gas Lamp, right?
That is Gas Lamp.
Yep. Who's booking that? Is the ex-Marine guy? He got fired, I think.
No, it's Jacob Johnston.
Who?
Jacob Johnston.
Jacob Johnson. Yeah. I haven't been there yet. But I've seen their posts and whatnot. No, I thought structure's pretty good. Weed dispensary was good. Roast beef's pretty funny. I don't know.
Yeah, and I
don't know if any ladies are gonna get that reference in a club show.
Yeah, I mean, there was some. I'm older, so
you are.
Yeah, so misogyny for me is not particularly attractive, but I know everybody is at a different place on the continuum for it.
Everyone's got different shit.
But I do think that another thing that Elim does really, really well is he kind of hits and goes.
Yeah.
I mean, he was up here for 3 minutes, probably talked about 5 or 6 or 7 different things.
Exactly.
As opposed to I'm going to stay in one area for 3 minutes, which I think tends not to be a great way to get a lot of jokes.
Unless you're crushing,
Unless you're crushing.
Yeah.
So I actually feel like he does a really good job of that as well.
For sure.
Yeah.
Good job. One more time for Elim Qualls, everybody. Elim Qualls, Saturday night at the Yellow Door, downtown San Diego. Next to ACC, next to Madhouse, next to Laugh Factory. I still have not even been to the Laugh Factory. I've never even been in there yet still.
Yeah, it's a very, very odd.
I've been to performed at ACC 20 times. But then we walked over to Matt House to say hi. We brought Michael Costa last time he was at ACC. And brought him over to the Madhouse to say hi to some friends.
Yeah.
And then he's like, the owner of ACC is so crazy that he was like, if he finds out I was here even saying hi, he might get mad. I was like, yeah, he probably will. So we had to bounce him out of there. So
That doesn't help.
he's nuts. All right. Last comic tonight. How do you pronounce your last name again? Rhyme Nix. Give it up. Get loud for Jess. Rhyme Nix, everybody. Rhyme Nix.
This is the time of year to do your New Year's resolutions. And at age white hair, I've decided that 10,000 steps a day, losing 20 pounds, and stop yelling at old people at the bank isn't going to work out. I need to change my routine. And my routine was in a book. I read one book a year like every guy, and this book helped me a lot. It said, break all your goals down into baby steps. So instead of 10,000 steps a day, I'm doing 100 baby steps. And instead of losing 20 pounds, I love eating those little Gerber glass meals. And slowly but surely, I've lost 20 pounds because it's a nightmare to eat all those. But the best thing I did is to stop yelling at the old people at the bank. Those are the people when there's only one teller and they get up there and they say, oh, by the way, can you tell me if this check has cleared? Can you check me? Tell me how much is in my bank account? And it goes on and on and on. And then when I get up there, they close the teller. And they always say the same thing. They say, we'll be right with you, but all the tellers are closed. The book suggests that I trip the old people and teach them a lesson, but I don't think that's so nice. Instead, I act like the baby I was talking about. I start crying and yelling and pouting, and usually somebody comes over and helps me solve my problem. New Year's resolutions. My suggestion to you is to, instead of trying to fix your own goals, is to fix goals of other people. Like, maybe you do need to lose a little weight. And maybe you need to be a little smarter. Instead of trying to fix your problems, it's time that you fix everyone else's problem. And I want to tell you one thing. They will appreciate you for insulting them. Because, you know what? It's good to just grind people down a little bit. And that, I will tell you, at the end of the year, that makes me feel really good. And I feel like I achieved my New Year's resolutions.
All right, one more time for Jess. Everybody, Jess. I'm remind everyone how long you've been doing stand-up?
I've been doing Toastmasters for 10 years.
Toastmasters. So how many times have you done open mics?
This will be my second.
Second time, guys. Clap it up. Second time, open mic. I like it.
But I mean, we do.
Oh, yeah, grab the mic. Thanks, Ramses.
We do comedy competitions once a year, so I've done, so to be honest, probably 10
Nice.
internally. Yeah.
Okay. And where is that? Here in Escondido?
That's in Del Mar.
Oh, fancy. Del Mar. Is that
Well,
where you
yeah.
live? Are you rich? Do you live in Del
No,
Mar?
I live in Escondido. That club has 50 people.
And the
so
Toastmasters.
if you're afraid to get up in front of people, there's 50, so you can hide. That's why I chose.
Are you
that
guys
one.
familiar with Toastmasters, young guys? It's like
Speaking
a
club,
speaking
yeah.
club.
Yeah.
It's I had a fear of public speaking probably, like even in college speech class at San Diego State. I hated it. Never was good at it. And then I had friends that did Toastmasters. They're some of the best like wedding reception fucking best man speeches I've seen have been buddies of mine, like in Vegas and stuff, that are just, I can't even believe how they did it. 20 years ago, I was like in awe of these guys because they did Toastmaster stuff. So it's a big, well, I'm not saying you did it, but Toastmasters. My buddy's running for San Marcos City Council 2 Saturdays. He wants me to introduce him at Player Sports Bar. He's having his launch campaign.
Excellent.
And I said, hey, I'm going to cuss. Like, I do stand-up comedy. Like, you may not want me. You might want to get, I said, one of our friends is a Toastmasters guy or something who's going to wear a suit. And he goes, no, you need to do it. And I said, I'm going to make jokes. I'm going to roast you for sure. I'm going to have a beer in my hand. I'm going to curse. He goes, perfect.
Okay.
And I said, okay, because we have other friends that are more politically correct that are going to do this thing. So feel free to I'll just drink and watch. But Toastmasters is.
But that is the rule at Toastmasters: no swearing.
Yeah, no swearing. Yeah, well,
I can break
I'm
that.
out. I'm fucking out of the Toastmasters then. Fuck that shit. Jim, anything for Jess?
Yeah, I thought it was a really clear premise. I mean, that idea of, hey, it's time for New Year's resolutions and all of that made a lot of sense. I think I got a little confused a couple of times, and confusion is the enemy of comedy. Yeah. So, the idea that you're going to stop yelling at people at the bank, but then at the beginning of the set, you said, now I have white hair, so you clearly consider yourself an old person. So I kept waiting for that stuff to tie together, like, I'm yelling at old people, and yet I am an old person. So
you're right.
So
that's good.
I was actually a little bit confused, as opposed to just what's your point of view on this?
You could say, I revert back. Now that I'm out in life trying this, I revert back to my old, and then you start saying, now I yell, I was going to trip this lady, I was going to do all that. The baby food thing I think could be good. You kind of skipped over it. You're like, eat baby food. I kind of chuckled at that. And some more jokes about that, like I shit all the time or I whatever.
Right.
There's a hacky joke that I'll hear every now and then, or I've heard before, that people say I sleep
sleep
like a baby. I cry all night. I shit the bed.
Myself,
But the baby food thing I think is a interesting premise. Losing weight, and you can add some like pooping or whatever to that, because I think that's a good premise. I wrote that down. You can do a bunch of things about that.
Okay.
Stripping people, insulting people. No, I mean, I think overall you need more jokes in there.
Work.
Just more jokes.
Yeah.
It's
more of a story, but it's not. Yeah, I didn't hear the laughs that I wanted.
Yeah,
to hear.
just got to hit. You just got to make sure when you're even if you're writing it all out, make sure there's all right. Here's underline. This is the joke part. This is where they're gonna laugh, and you hit it. You hit that tone, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And, I've been eating baby food and it's working, but I shit all the time. I'm not saying you gotta like vaudeville it and like and sell it, but you also want to tell everyone when it's time to laugh. This is when they're gonna laugh.
That's pretty funny.
Overall, you definitely have the confidence for sure from the Toastmasters stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just more jokes. This book is really good. It's like $10 on Amazon. It'll literally get into every little thing about everything that you joke mining and tags and callbacks and all that cool shit about comedy. So, one more time for Jess, everybody. One more time for Jess. Woo! Yeah, it's Greg Dean book. It's Greg Dean. Jim, anything else you want?
I have nothing.
I don't have much either. I was going to talk some
I
sports.
feel like I brought a great deal to the party early, and then
you did great.
Waned as
Your
the
pointer
show
to Will Hart was great, because I was thinking it the whole time that he has all this stuff, and I think that was a great pointer that you gave him. That was very good advice.
Yeah.
It's not easy. Everyone has their own path. There is a structure to things for the most part.
Right.
Doesn't have to be exact, but you got to make them laugh.
Yeah, I mean, I think, it's anytime you suggest a class to somebody, like, well, Dave Chappelle never took a class. You're right, and you're not fucking Dave Chappelle.
Well, he should now, because no, really, he gets on stage, sits down, and fucking talks and talks. I was listening to a podcast today that kind of was shitting on,
his latest
who am I to shit on Dave Chappelle, right? Like, whatever. But he'll sit on a stool for 2 hours and just, like, smoke and ramble on about stuff. And then he's doing his joke farming while he's on stage.
Right, yeah.
Which is just, like, people paid a lot of money. And, a lot of people aren't enjoying it at all, because they're just like, what the fuck? We're here to see Dave Chappelle. We had to put our phones in a bag. We're here, spend a lot of money, and we're watching this guy figure it out.
I think he's just at a point. I mean, I enjoyed his latest special, but it was not a comedy special.
Yeah.
And so, I think he's just at a point in his life where he wants to be doing bigger things, as he's describing it, I think. So
I saw him at the when the Chappelle Show hit big. I went to Palm Springs to see him at something, and he was getting so mad on stage because people were yelling out, "I'm rich, bitch!" People were yelling out all this stuff. Oh,
really?
Yeah, that's like it's before he bounced. I think that's part of the reason he bounced to Africa and bailed, because people were yelling shit at his shows from the TV show had become so popular. They were yelling all the taglines. So he was like trying to do his comedy, and it was so popular. People were just yelling shit, and it became kind of a mess. It ruined his act. When
that's why Steve Martin stopped doing stand-up.
Really?
Yeah, that he had become, because there was that time, and you and I are a similar age. There was that time when he was white hot.
Huge.
And
Arenas,
he was selling out stadiums and arenas.
He was the first one to ever do it.
Gigantic. But he's the kind of guy who has that personality of being kind of the wild and crazy guy on stage. But it was bothering him that people were starting to yell things out like it was like a Journey concert.
Yeah.
And they went to hear "Don't Stop Believin'."
Yeah.
So that was one of the reasons he ended up getting out.
Oh, we got somebody here? Somebody late? Oh,
what?
I don't know about this. All right. Well, I am going to listen while I pee, but I'll be back. These happy dads go right through you. You know what I'm saying? Is Billy B here? Are you Billy B? Oh, you're Billy B. All right.
Okay.
All right, so we'll do one more, I guess. I'll be listening. I'll come back. Ramses, one more? All right, one more. You got to reset the clock. 3 minutes. Give it up for Billy B, everybody. Billy B.
Well, I'm kind of late, but I caught the tail end of the last part. And speaking of resolutions, one thing a lot of people need to have a resolution for this year is accountability. Because what the fuck is going on? How in the fuck are a bunch of people that are on the pedophile list like taking over another country? Shit's crazy. Like, what happened to, us trying to be the example? Shit, I lost it. It's awkward. It's like nobody here. Wow. Shit, shoot, how y'all doing today? Yo, what you do this week? Yeah. Oh, where are you going? Up the coast? I'm thinking about going to Mexico, but I'm afraid of the border getting shut down again. Like with ice and shit, it is crazy now. And like, yeah.
It's all right, man. That's okay.
That's all right.
I'm going to vamp a little while Adam comes back from the bathroom.
Wait, what happened? Billy B, did you pull the plug on us, Billy B?
There you go. He pulled the plug on himself.
Billy B, I know there's nobody in here, but we're still listening to material. Jim, opening joke, was it good or no? What was the opener?
Yeah, I mean, I think he felt passionately about it and was, talking about something he really cared about. I don't know that it had a joke in it necessarily. It felt like you were just kind of saying, hey, this is crazy to me.
I was still trying to work it out, but
right.
Right before he came up, I was like, it was something I did a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, all right, I was trying to write it, but then I realized it was the last set, and I was like, all right, let me stop, and then it was like, oh, you can go up, and I was like, oh, wait, I'm not ready, and I was just like, not ready to come up at all.
That's fine. So, that's fine. Shit happens. How long you been doing open mics and stuff?
Couple of months altogether.
Couple of months. So newer. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks. A lot of open mics, it's pretty dead in here. We used to do it every week. Now we're doing everything. So it's definitely quiet. Any of the mics, you just got to power through. It's like, even if no one's here, 10 people, 100 people, just do what you do. If you did a good job, actually, like, fuck, if you got to go to crowd work, hey, what's your job or whatever. If you got to do it, you did a good job of that. I'd say adapting.
Yeah.
Going like, fuck, I forgot what I was going to say, or I've changed my mind. That's a good move. I thought that was pretty smart for somebody that's only been doing it a couple months. I probably wouldn't have known to do that when I first started.
Yeah.
But yeah, stick to your guns. Even when there's no one here, if you go to open mics, it's all about standing on stage, just getting used to, doing your shit, making jokes, whether people laugh or not, or whether people are here or not. I think you just got to plow through, do as much as you can, and then you don't even have to use all 3 minutes. I mean, do as long, well, not as long, as short as you want. So. Keep working at it. I'd say write some shit. Try to memorize your topics, where your jokes lie, your punchlines lie, and then keep plowing ahead. Come back Sunday. Have you come to the Sunday open mic ever?
I didn't get a chance to go this Sunday. I had to shoot, but I'm coming back this
Sundays. Yeah.
Great.
Jim Rams is here, so come to the open mics. Keep working the craft, and we'll see you soon. Give it up one more time for Billy B, everybody. Billy B. All right, Jim. I have to say, I'm still a little annoyed about Elam's talking shit at the beginning.
I understand.
He's kind of a dick. Elam. I mean,
That could be, yes. But if we stopped everybody who's kind of a dick from coming up on this stage,
he is usually a dick. For
you and
whatever
I
reason.
would not be on this stage.
Yeah, well.
So there's that.
No, most people are pretty friendly.
So
and
you
nice.
think Steve Kerr's done?
Who?
Steve Kerr?
Done coaching?
Yeah.
I don't know. Isn't he from Poway? I think he's from Poway.
Is he? I didn't know that.
I think so. Just from Poway. Judd Bushler, Steve.
Yeah.
I think Kerr's from Poway.
Yeah, that story is picking up some steam now that this could be his last year.
Well, they're not good, right?
Well, they're not without Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
So they got themselves a problem there. But
there's trade rumors about LeBron, but there's only 2 guys in the NBA that have a no trade clause, and LeBron's one of them. So he'd have to sign off if he wanted to go there and continue his career or whatever. But I don't know. I like Steve Kerr though. I fall on his side politically. I fall on his side. He speaks his mind, which I like.
Yeah,
takes balls.
I respect that.
Yeah,
respect that.
So anyway, enough of that talk. I think we're done. Hey, one more time. Clap it up one time for Jim Gallagher, my guest. Always a great guest.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, Jim, running the open mic, giving great feedback here. Great job, as usual. Halftime Hacks. Every other Thursday we are doing it. We put the schedule on our website, and we'll be back in 2 Thursdays, I believe, and we'll go from there. Ramses, good job. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming out, everybody. Have a good night. Thank you.